And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 398. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show, later on, we will be doing a comic book review on DC X Sonic the Hedgehog issue 2. So the final episode of the MSK show for 2025. Me and Dingus Den did a comic book review on DC X Sonic the Hedgehog issue 1. I really did enjoy that issue, and as you guys know, this was my most highly anticipated comic book series to read in 2025 because, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm just a huge fan of DC in general as well. And when it was announced that they were going to be collaborating on a 5-issue miniseries together, I was like, wow, that's like getting a chance to eat pizza and steak. Then you have like a nice vanilla ice cream all at once. You get all the things that you want. It's literally like Burger King. You can have it your way. Essentially, I got to have it my way, you know? But hey, cookies and cream also taste really good too. But I'm a huge fan of ice cream myself. Actually, isn't everyone a huge fan of ice cream? But
I'm actually not. But yeah, okay.
That's crazy. My younger brother was not a huge fan of ice cream. He said it just didn't. He said it tastes funky to him. But he would like yogurt. I'm like, yogurt is disgusting. Yogurt quite literally is crap. That's just gross.
For me, it's a case of I don't like to be cold, and so it has to be like really hot out for me.
Oh my god! What is wrong with you? What happened? What's wrong with your body? It's not that it tastes bad. I just don't like being cold. What the fuck? Are you an alien?
I haven't rolled out the possibility. I'm still trying to figure out exactly where I'm from.
Oh no. Oh, good Lord, man. But hopefully this year, guys, we end up doing a lot of the comic book reviews that you guys loved us doing in 2024 and 2025, whether they be single issues or whether or not we're going to be, doing a collected edition review of some sort. What's crazy is, if you guys don't know, I've never actually reviewed an omnibus for my comic book channel at all. I've only reviewed like trade paperbacks and hardcovers and single issues. So maybe I break my omnibus virginity and actually, review an omnibus this year. Omnibuses are lots and lots and lots of reading. But,
yeah.
I remember as a kid, I would get like Shonen Jump magazines, and those would be like 400 pages in. I would kind of browse through all that shit. But to be fair, I didn't read the mangas that I didn't care for. I would just only read the stuff that I liked, which is probably why it took a little bit faster. But getting those were like 400, 300 pages. Like even the smallest Marvel omnibus could be like 300 pages right there with like extras and all the other like tie-in issues and all that stuff too. So
I think it really depends on just like what run you'd be reviewing, because I don't know if you find it to be the same case where the newer something is, the quicker I tend to read through it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Because like older comic books, they tend to have like a lot of expositional pages where it's a lot of talking. Yeah.
Typically they're more wordier. I think part of it too is we're used to the modern writing style where, we go back and read these great comics from the 80s. And there's just something about it that takes me a moment longer to register than like a modern comic like, this. And so obviously that one's very, what do you want to say, action packed, but just something about the writing styles differs, and it's hard for me to say exactly what sometimes, but yeah.
Oh, also, I know you guys are going through the DC big event right now, so which is crazy. This is how you know Batman gets special treatment from DC. So like, if you guys don't know what DC's doing right now, they're having this big giant like Yu Yu Hakusho dark tournament style like tournament going on for the entire multiverse, even characters that aren't even in DC. And Batman is in his own little mini event called like DC Knife Fight away from everybody. So everyone else is like doing like DC Knockout and everything, and Batman's like, I'll go be by myself and do my own event. Oh God, fuck me. Goddamn DC.
I've been enjoying their event. I'm not gonna lie.
I've heard Knife Fight and Knockout are generally pretty good, which is good. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
My current read that I'm going through right now is the All Fight stuff, or the All Fight stuff. You know, there's the 8 rounds, 1v1s.
Yeah,
I've gone through the first 5 of them. I have the other 3 in my pile up next to read. I've been enjoying them so far. It's been fun.
Yeah, for me, I wish they would have did it like Yu Yu Hakusho did. If anyone never watched that anime, basically in like the second season, or it was the third season. No, it's the second season. Yeah, it's where they have like this arc called the Dark Tournament arc, and basically you have like these pairings of teams, and all the different people on the teams have different usages. Like one is more of a strategist, one of them uses like dark energy, one of them is like the power guy. I wish DC would have did it where it was like you have Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, you have a tactician, you have your Superman, which is like a lot of other things he could do. Wonder Woman was like another thing. Maybe you have a group of like Flash, Cyborg, and Captain Atom. Maybe you have one of like Shazam and fucking, who knows, like Hot Girl and all that stuff. That would have been pretty cool to see like how the different teams would interact and fight. But we all know the Trinity would end up winning anyways, because that's just how all that shit would go.
I will say that is probably my biggest thing with these issues, is that while they've been fun to read, it's predictable of like who's going to win every fight so far. Some of them have been really good, though. I think my favorite one so far has been the Superman versus Captain Atom. That one was really good. But
I love how Dingus is flexing in his background all these omnibuses he paid this money for. I guys, I have omnibuses that I've bought that haven't been opened yet. I actually I think my favorite buy that I did, it has to be between the Batman by Neil Adams omnibus, which costed, let's say, a certain amount of money if you did it PayPal paying for, let's just say that, and Wolverine Omnibus Volume 1, which you had to buy that one because I love Wolverine, and I want all this stuff in order.
Absolutely.
And that's like every other buy is way cheaper. It is just that one. It's just that one that costs a lot of money. All the other ones are really cheap, actually. The book that I actually bought and that I loved outside of like stuff that's based off my childhood, it's the Jeff Johns and Gary Frank Superman run. It's Absolute Superman. I forgot the actual title of it, but it's one of the most beautiful books I think DC ever did. It's in this like nice slip cover, and you see the beautiful Gary Frank art. It's all enhanced with all the coloring and stuff. Oh, it's so beautiful. I absolutely love that book. I haven't had a chance to open it yet. It's over here somewhere. But
I need to read that story. I haven't read it yet.
I have the base hardcover over there, but I bought, like, I said I was never going to be that guy who, well, I'll just buy the same story in a different format. I lied. That was the biggest lie ever uttered. I literally do that. Now, I think my favorite omnibus, if I ever were to pick one, probably the Batman Adventures omnibus. It's basically like
the animated series.
Yeah. Because if people don't know, I started loving superheroes just because I watched that series as a kid. That's the very first one I ever watched. And when they said they were going to be, printing out the tie-in like Batman animated series comic book issues in a whole omnibus, I was like, sign me up. I think that is one of the few omnibuses I bought day one. Like, I didn't care. It was going to be mine no matter what. That's probably my favorite omnibus. Yeah, the Batman Adventures one. And then they made the New Adventures of Batman and Robin sequel book. Hopefully in the future they make it was the Batman animated series, like good lord, it ran for like a few years. I forgot its name, but it ran for like 3 seasons in books. Oh, the Adventures Continue. I don't know if they'll be putting the Adventures Continue in an omnibus, because I don't think that would be a lot of content though. Like
it'd be more of a deluxe hardcover they'd have to do.
Yeah, because for me, I was hoping that they would, print the Adventures Continue in like maybe do a compendium. A compendium would be kind of fine if you were to do it like that. But yeah, that's the only thing that they need to do for me to finish that.
That's cool.
What else over there? Oh, I have the Batman Arkham Saga omnibus. That one was a day one buy because obviously I love the Batman Arkham series.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's to get sometime.
What else over there? It's so many. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I would say, yeah, all those were decent buys. I haven't read the full run for Thor's run with J. Michael Straczynski.
Ooh, I need to read that.
I do have the omnibus over there. Oh my god. Spider-Man Brand New Day, omnibus volume 2, guys. So I'm retarded. We're just gonna start that off there. WC, don't clip that. But I am a fucking retard. I knew, because I seen it, because you guys know my podcast that I do on my comic book channel. I haven't did it in a while, but I'll still look at all the solicitations for all the books coming out, and I saw they had that Mary Jane cover, the one where her she got some nice little assets she got there. I didn't pre-order that cover, and it sold out. Sold out pre-orders. If you want to get that book, that's going to be at least $200 just for that cover. So I got to settle for the, poor motherfucker John Romita Jr. cover. That's the main one, actually. So it's okay. Don't worry, guys. Boobies will have to wait eventually. But I drew up the first Brand New Day omnibus. That one doesn't cost a lot. That one's not that bad. Good. But the second one, because it had the J. Scott Campbell Mary Jane cover. Oh my God, that one sold. I will be getting the Iron Man Armor Wars omnibus, but it's weird because Iron Man, that Marvel is currently reprinting all of his stuff in order. But he's had other previous omnibuses, not a lot. He's had like 1 or 2 omnibuses before. Then around like 2022, 2023, they started printing his omnibuses like in order, like from the very beginning, because he doesn't even appear in his own first series. But remember, he first appears in Tales of Suspense, then he gets his own ongoing series. So I have that one over there. Then they're up to volume 3 right now. They'll be printing volume 4. Now the problem, guys, with that is since that Armor Wars book, that would be like volume 8 if they ever get that far. And I'm thinking to myself, are they just gonna double dip? Or are they just gonna skip that and go, you know what? That's kind of volume 8. Let's just do volume 9. That's why I don't like collecting sometimes, because I don't mind them printing creator-centric owned books. That's fine. It doesn't matter with Marvel because I don't get paid for it anyway. I don't give them any royalties for it because you're basically just getting like a dildo up your ass, like what Diddy loved. But it's just one of these things where, if you print stuff in order, they would have less issues. Like just this week, today, an X-Men Epic Collection is coming out that is like volume 13. But the X-Men Epic Collections they've been printing are up to like 25 and 27. Like, how does I truly wonder, how does this happen? I don't know how this happens. Maybe they have so many comic books they've printed throughout the years they genuinely just forget. They don't even know what number they're on. Like I don't know, honestly.
It is interesting. I'd be interested to learn about more of the decisions and why certain things like this is like, as consumers, it's weird to us, but I'm sure there's reasons that they do it that I'm just curious about from a business standpoint. But yeah.
Also, like someone asked me, which comic book opinion would have you like this, where like all the swords would be up to you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mine is they need to reprint Chris Claremont's X-Men run in omnibus format. Again.
I mean, that'd be amazing though.
I'll show you guys right now why you can't buy this run. So I think we slightly touched on it last time you were here, but holy mother of God, I'm going to show you guys this right now. I just looked at this last night because I try to browse for any type of X-Men thing I can find with his run, because people got to know, if I'm buying something that expensive, I want it in just that format. Like if I'm already buying it in that format, I want it just in omnibus format. I don't want to buy it Epic Collection format because that's going to be... It wouldn't matter if I was already like heavily invested and I had a lot of books in it already. But if I'm just starting, I'll just show you guys this right here. You guys, that's on Rumble. You guys can't see that stuff. Yeah, I would get in trouble for that. Okay, so here you guys go. Share screen. Okay, no, that's the other one. Let me put that one. This is another listing that I saw for this last night. Now, keep in mind, you could go buy it now. Yeah. You could go buy it now, US only, all that stuff. I'm not saying I'm not doing that. Just look at this. $389.99.
This is
$12
insane.
Shipping too.
Like, there's certain things I understand why it would take Marvel a long time to reprint, but then it's cases like this where you're talking about literally the most influential X-Men run ever.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the beginning here with Giant Size X-Men. Unless it's like one of their recent reprintings, it's just ridiculous to get any form of that issue.
Right. Yeah. Like
it's
you
insane.
Come here, like, hey, I'll come here, and people are gonna go, well, do you have your settings on? I buy this stuff all the time. Of course I have my settings on. Like, I'm not a retard, right? Well, it just depends on the day. It really just depends. Like if it's Tuesday, fuck knows. If it's Monday, my brain might not be there. So I go buy it now, I'll just put USA only. The average price, because you can even look at sold. What's great about eBay is you can actually follow market trends on eBay compared to like other sites like like Amazon.
Yeah.
Like you can see what is the actual sold listing, because I wanted to buy J. Michael Straczynski's Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 1 because Volume 2 is easy to get. Volume 1 is the one that's really sold out. Average price $200. Like House of M, that House of M omnibus, that's Brian Michael Bendis, where the Scarlet Witch characters like No More Mutants. That's like my favorite X-Men event ever. Another book that's at least solidly like 180. Bro, why are we not? What? But even look right here, 280. So it's 1.125. Let me make it a little bit bigger. 285 plus shipping. That's already $300. If you people paying for that, that's like $40 every 2 weeks, which is not bad. But it's like, God damn, that's a lot of money.
I wonder why Marvel doesn't take advantage of reprinting these omnibuses that they know is in high demand. Like the one I was just searching a couple days ago was, they have 3 they call Vin omnibuses.
Yes.
If you want, like, the first one's the only one you can actually get in an okay price. If you look at the second one, you're talking 350.
Are you talking about the ones where he's like this and it's the Lethal Protector ones? Or it's not the Donny Cates run?
Not the Donny Cates.
No, if you're talking about the one that I'm thinking about, those go for a pretty penny.
Yeah. If you look up Vin Omnibus Volume 2, you'd see it. But
oh my God,
there's 3 of them. It's insane.
Like right here, the cheapest you can get is $200. And it's acceptable. This guy might have cummed on this book. I don't fucking know. Like it's I kind of want my if I'm buying something this expensive, I kind of want that stuff sealed though. I don't want to have a book where you fucking started jerking off to Jean Grey in there and I open the page and it's all sticky. Like, I'm good. I'm not saying this guy's doing that, but
that's the thing is when it's online, I'm wary about buying something used just because, especially if it's an omnibus. One of my omnibus purchases recently was used, but it was also because I was able to like see it in person and it was really good in person. So I was like, all right, I'll take it. And it was a fantastic deal, which I'm just super happy about. But
good Lord, guys,
the point.
Do I pull the trigger? Do I get the cum stain giant size X-Men #1? Acceptable. Obvious wear? Oh hell no. Nope. So that would mean the cheapest one to get would be this. Oh God, kill me. What's this one? Yeah, it's got to be like new, or it's got to be in that fucking shrink wrap. I'm not taking acceptable. Spending that much money is not acceptable.
The pricing here is why I'm currently reading through Claremont's run on Marvel Unlimited, because I don't want to buy the insanity of this.
Come on, man. Got to keep going through.
I can't.
Dude, actually, take out a loan.
I was about to say, I don't have the money to do all that with these ridiculous pricings.
Oh my God. And it's not, and keep in mind, guys, that's not even the first start of the X-Men run anyway. Like, you can get volume 2, not like of his run. You can get volume 2. They actually reprinted that one not too long ago. Volume 1, try here. X-Men volume 1. Yeah, I wouldn't pay these prices when I know where to get it all for free. The problem here is I digital comics just doesn't really do it for me. Like, I don't. If it was to ever read that, I would have to do that. I would, but if you're asking me, I would prefer having it in my hands.
I always prefer the physicality, but then there's certain things where I do read it digitally. It really just depends case by case for me.
Yeah, here you go. Here is X-Men Omnibus Volume 1. This is where it all started. That's right, because they haven't reprinted this. This is on average going for like at least $200, $300. Which is so weird. Why would you reprint Volume 2 instead of Volume 1 first? Why don't you reprint them both? I don't understand it. People are insane. People are stupid. The fact that there's idiots like this running Marvel is ridiculous. Look at that. $229. That's ridiculous. You quite literally could get the X-Men animated series adaptation omnibus cheaper than the Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Chris Claremont stuff. You know what I mean? Which I own. This is a very, very good looking book. It's amazing, honestly. But fucking hell. What's also crazy is they haven't even reprinted the X-Men Further Adventures collection, which is like a $45 book. That's seasons 4 and 5. After that, and then you would get X-Men 97. You can actually collect the X-Men animated series stuff in order to. That's really easy. But you want the cream of the crop, best storytelling ever. Nah, doesn't matter.
I wonder if they do a lot of this intentionally, and like how it worked for me is just them being like, you really want to read it, you got to go onto the app because everywhere is about
You're
their
right. Yeah.
subscription services. That's how across all mediums now they care about the subscription service the most, and I do wonder if it's that. And that is the main reason why I like them, is because I like the fact that you can read so many of those great old comics on there. Read where it all began on there. It's all preserved there, which I appreciate that aspect. I love the digital stuff there.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't mind that as an aspect. It's just, there's no way someone will ever convince me that Chris Claremont's X-Men Omnibus, if you listed the Uncanny X-Men Omnibus Volume 1, guys, if it's announced ever that is getting reprinted, that pre-order for any of the sellers getting it is going to sell out. There's no way it won't make money. Because if the logic is it won't make us money, there's no way. Guys, even if let's just say hypothetically I did get Volume 1, now try getting the rest of them. That might be even harder task. You got one of them. Well, fuck. Now you just gotta get the rest of them, bitch. Like, god damn. And that's what they want. They truly do want you to just go on the app, pay a subscription fee, because you get the guaranteed money every month. Because you know what people are gonna do? There's gonna be months where they don't read jack shit, but they're still subscribed. They don't unsubscribe, and they're just constantly paying Marvel.
That's part of the reason, not the only reason, but I'd say one of the two main reasons why I have my thing where I try to read at least one issue a day of his run. The other being it's just massive, and it's the only way to make sure you do get through it is by make sure you read at least a little bit. But yeah.
All right, what else is coming out this week? Oh, the other thing to go up. If you guys are following the DC KO event, this is the first look at Superman versus Homelander in DC KO Boss Battle Issue 1, releasing on February 4th. I don't see a world Superman would lose this. It would make no logical sense for him to lose to Homelander, guys. Homelander is the strongest Omni-Man, and Omni-Man would get booty great by Superman. Like, the weakest version of Superman, let's just say the Injustice Superman existed, hypothetically, in the main DC timeline, and he fought Omni-Man. That would last, if he was really angry and not giving a fuck, that would last, I don't know, like a minute. He would just blitz him, put his hand right through his heart, right through his chest, take his heart out. If you're talking about the actual Injustice crazy Superman, where he doesn't give a fuck about human life.
Yeah.
I don't even know why there's people saying that Omni-Man and Homelander. Omni-Man, I wish I could do videos like that on my comic channel if I was ever motivated enough. Like Omni-Man versus Homelander is Omni-Man and Homelander versus Superman is not close under any circumstance. The New 52 version of Superman would beat their asses. The pre-crisis Superman would beat their asses. Superman animated series Supermans would beat them up. Like, good lord, I couldn't think of a version that Omni-Man and Superman would win. I can't think of it. I'm not saying Omni-Man is weak.
Sure.
They would give some characters a run for their money. Superman, now, unless you were completely retarded, smoking lines of crack, probably not going to happen. Actually.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they're going to be fighting in arena as far as we know here, and because that's where it's all set, right? But where Homelander would really shine for being a good villain is he's one of those that just doesn't give a crap about what's around him. One of my favorite scenes in the show, I don't remember what season it was in, maybe it's season 3, but there's this one moment where he's like giving a speech and the crowd pisses him off and he like murders everyone in the crowd, and you then figure out, oh, it's a vision. But it's done so well that when it happens, at least for me, I was like, holy shit, he actually did that, because it's something perfectly believable that Homelander would do, because he's that mentally insane. And so I don't know, I think if you had innocence involved in the fight, it would be really good. Obviously we'll see what's going on here. That's obviously the main highlight of that issue. And is the crossovers only in that one shot, or is there multiple?
Let me see. Homelander would struggle against Bardock before. Yeah, guys, I'm not even kidding here. Like, Krillin would probably kill Omni-Man. Dragon Ball Super level Krillin would kill Omni-Man.
Okay, there you go.
Boo Arc Yamcha would probably beat up Homelander. Like Homelander and Omni-Man are not that powerful. Like before Omni-Man and Homelander would challenge Superman, how about you go through Goku? How about go through Super Saiyan Goku and let's see how you would fare. You wouldn't. He would also beat their asses. I'm saying, like not Saiyan Saga, base Super Saiyan, just when he fought Frieza. Easy. Wrap him up. It's not even close. Now, if Omni-Man and Homelander can survive in space, which I'm pretty sure Omni-Man can, now the only advantage Omni-Man would have is if like they fought on a planet and exploded like Frieza did. Omni-Man actually can survive in the vacuum of space. Goku cannot. That'd be the only way to win. But then again, I would have to believe that Goku wouldn't beat his ass before he left. So just no way. I like Invincible a lot. I think Invincible actually is very good. Comic-wise, it's actually pretty entertaining itself. But yeah, these cringy versus battles that Robert Kirkman's like, yeah, he would beat up Superman. Oh, no bias there, right, buddy? No bias there at all, you know?
Of course.
Super Krillin solos. Solos the whole verse. Oh, God. I love it. So this week, this was so stacked this week. We had Absolute Superman issue 15, Batman issue 5.
I love the cover of that Absolute Superman right there.
Oh, yeah, I got this one. Oh, yeah. This is really good. You have the Absolute Batman Arc M special, Ultimate Wolverine, Orange. I know that WZ likes Absolute Batman. Do you read Absolute Batman? Also, you can do it in the way that you do it, where it's unethical means, but doesn't matter, right?
No, I do purchase all the Absolute Batman
stuff. DC KO Night Fight. This is Batman's little mini event he's going through while the event is going on. Oh, goddamn DC. What else is here this week? The Batman Green Arrow, the Question Arcadia issue 2.
I'm interested in that. I haven't read any of it, but I'm curious to check that out.
Spider-Man Noir issue 4. Yeah, this week was stacked. Yeah, I put a lot of books on this week. I had that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers book I told you guys about last week. I put that on. You have the Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, DC Compacts Comics Edition. Now, my only real complaint with the Compact Comics Edition is that the format of the wording is so small that you have to have the book straight up really close to your face to read. Maybe because I'm blind, but the binding is really sewn on them. But other than that, little small complaints I have. I like the format of the books. I think it's a really, really, really good idea. So if you want to read, go ahead.
No, yeah, it's such a great idea. And one of my friends actually just bought this. He's really the only comics he's really bought, other than the first volume of Ultimate Spider-Man, is these DC compacts, just because they're so cheap and accessible. Yeah, which is great.
Like if you're someone who wants to read the Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow comic book series to kind of see what's going to happen in a movie coming up later this year in June, that right there is for you. Now, I will say this: if that is, I'm not questioning the quality of the book. I've not read it myself yet. I rebought it because I gave my other copy to someone else. You will understand why people complain about comics to movie adaptations if you read a comic book or any collected edition format of a book that's based off of what that movie's based off of, and you see how much better the book is. And keep in mind, that's a complaint that novel readers have. Whenever a popular novel gets adapted into a movie, people always say the book's better. Yeah, like comics are the same thing. Now, I'm not saying that it's not a one-to-one adaptation, obviously, but the essential idea behind it has to be, let's keep the core value of the story intact, because the visuals in that book, unless you literally did the movie animated, there's no way live action wise it could have those kind of visuals. This is just impossible. Like, unless you're spending buttloads of millions of dollars, which DC probably doesn't want to do right now.
I'm just hoping it changes it up to be interesting while still keeping what the story is, because I find that if there's a bunch of there's a lot of adaptations, like for example, like Hunger Games. I tried to watch Hunger Games, the first one, right after I read the book, and I thought it was so boring, that the movie right after reading the book. And so I just hope that they're able to change it up so it's not like everything that's happening, or
for sure there has to be some level of a differences. Yeah,
it needs to be good and not just everything that's going to happen, or there has to be something there to keep you engaged that's different enough about it.
Yeah, like I've always said the same thing. I think there should be a balance, like you said. Like it shouldn't be to the point where exactly everything that's going to happen. Like changing up some stuff between live action and between the from the comic books, that's going to happen regardless because just a different medium in general. I think the biggest egregious mistake was that Batman Hush movie. That's changing stuff way too. That's changing stuff way too much.
See, one thing that I kind of like that they changed, I actually kind of, because it worked. Is it the best change ever? No. It was controversial, absolutely. But the Long Halloween, they changed. They completely changed. They completely changed the killer idea of that, right? And I don't know. They did in a way though that it worked, and not a completely stupid change like Hush, though.
Yeah,
at least for me.
At least the tone and at least the essence of the story is still being ushered throughout like both of the parts. In the Hush movie, the reason why you guys don't understand, the reason why that did it worse is because that's not even just about a comic book to a movie adaptation. That's literally just defiling the essence of that other story. Like changing that is what people get mad at, because changing Thomas or changing Hush and making it Riddler is just such an ass pull that is so ridiculous. Like there's a specific reason why, if you actually read that story, the things are the way they are. And if you just kind of interchange that with just being another Batman villain playing costume because he's not getting respect, that's just so stupid. Also, they disrespect the Riddler in that story because the Riddler has it in the actual Hush book. Riddler had a separate thing to Batman compared to Hush, right? It was supposed to be like two guys going at him. One went at him because of the personal thing. The other one went at him because he finally found out who Batman was. So that's just the epitome of what not to do in a movie compared to a comic book. Like going from a comic book to a movie adaptation. That is like the prime example of don't do that. No, you're stupid.
Awful.
No, you're retarded. Please never do that again.
Hush is, in my opinion, one of the best ever Batman stories. And the massacre of it is just like so sad to see. And I remember being really excited for it too. Like I was too. Like it came at a time when I think it was
like 2019. It was like before the pandemic, I think. It was like 2019.
There's a time when almost all the DC movies we got were great, and I feel like that was I think that movie marked around when they started really going downhill for the most part.
Yeah, like for me, it was one of those things where, because I can think in the interviews when they asked the people who wrote the movie, I forgot who wrote the movie. They're like, well, we changed it because people already, if they had read the comic book, they knew who was going to be Hush. It's like, what?
Well, I mean, they did the same thing with Long Halloween, and what I was saying there is the changes that they did, I think, worked still with the essence of the story, versus Hush just went completely against the story. And it's like, do you even understand what Hush is at that point? I don't think you do. Obviously.
Next week, what's coming out next week? So DCKO number 3, Transformers 28. I don't think this week's as packed as this one. Amazing Spider-Man Torn, Black Cat. I'm just all these Black Cats for their covers.
I'll be getting Green Lantern Core up there if they just scrolled past.
Logan Black, White, and Blood issue 1. What is supposed? Marvel's always doing this Black, White, and Blood series. Oh my god, what the fuck is it supposed to be? The Brutal and Violent Life of Logan.
Keep in mind they can't use Wolverine because they've already did Wolverine.
True. So what is it supposed to be?
It's Logan.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh,
God, fucking Marvel. Jesus Christ.
Wolverine. So
I thought it said DEI loaded. I was like, that would be a non-seller. Luna Snow, Luna Snow World Tour. What the fuck? Cruel Universe. Any cool collected editions coming out? Because now we got Brand New Day, Omnibus Volume 2. What's coming up? X-Men Epic Collection, Life Death trade paperback. If you guys are out there collecting X-Men Epic Collections, just grab this. Even if it's not in order, just grab it. So it doesn't go out of print. I think Spider-Verse versus Venomverse trade paperback. Absolute Death of Superman hardcover. Batman, The Brave and the Bold, Myth and Mysteries. Batman R.I.P. trade paperback. Gwenpool. I don't think anyone read that. Helverine Volume 2. The Digger. Nope. Too many jokes I can make with that one. Nope. I'm not falling for that. Nope. Let's see. Iron Man Armor Wars.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting that one. Secret Wars Battle World Omnibus Volume 2.
Okay.
I think that's it. Let's see, Absolute Flash 11. This week's gonna be pretty slow for me. Yeah, well, you have the
I'll get that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a limited. I read the first 3 issues of this. First 2 issues were very good. Issue 3 was kind of meh. Mid.
Didn't like issue 1 of Superman Unlimited, so I haven't read any more of it. I want to though. So
ooh, God, look at all that cake there. Oh, I might have accidentally bookmarked that to buy. Accidentally. What else is here? Okay,
that looks like a really light week, unless I'm just
there's nothing here. Batman Gotham by Gaslight trade paperback.
I need to buy that story. It's something I've been on my list for a long time.
I'll probably, because on like mycomicshop.com, sometimes for these books they have them listed like below market price. So like the Supergirl one was at like $6.95. You know, so if it's a story that's not gonna sell very well, I think a lot of people just mark them down. What else we have here? The Nightwing volume, Absolute Batman 2025 Annual #1 reprint. Yeah, this is a slow week. Yeah, there's not much here. Oh, this Spider-Man and Wolverine volume, the Anus Directory. Ooh. Oh, I love it. Oh yeah.
I might have to get
DC's Finest, the Doom Patrol.
That's cool.
The Robert Venditti Green Lantern Omnibus 2nd volume. The Vision and the Scarlet Bitch. Fear the Reaper. Bishop's Crossing, which is I heard a lot of people want that, so that will probably sell pretty well. Ultimate X-Men Omnibus Volume 3. Jesus Christ. Yeah, someone's wallet is about to be depleted after buying all that stuff. And how does January end? How does January end? Absolute Batman 16. I want you guys to understand. Absolute Batman, these first printings, these things are selling out.
They're doing really well. I enjoyed Absolute Wonder Woman 15. I read that 2 or 3 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And that Wonder Woman's going to include, it was teased at the end, spoilers of Absolute Wonder Woman 14, I think, of Zatanna, and that's going to be her big debut in that new one.
Justice League 15. Okay, let's see. Yeah, because these Absolute Batman printings have just, like, basically when I go on my comic shop, guys, covers B through whatever, like F are gone. You can only get cover A, and even that will end up selling out too. Disgusting.
Yeah.
I always get this Detective Comics because I just like getting.
Have you read any of the current stuff?
So Tom Taylor's still doing it, right?
Yeah.
I started buying these. I bought a little bit of when they went all in. I remember I bought the 1100 anniversary issue, and because that's going to start and then after that, I've been buying all of them subsequently since then. Has that arc been good? The one they're currently on?
I was going to ask you because I haven't read any of it yet. It's been on my to read list.
Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, fucking wants that. Okay. Green Lantern 31. Is it Green Lantern getting? No. That's Green Arrow.
Green Arrow just died. Rest in peace.
Again, DCKO. The kids are all fight special.
Oh, fight. Oh boy.
What's this supposed to? Is that? Do you need to get this if you're following this event?
I'm going to say probably not, but I know I will because I've gotten almost everything with you.
I guess I'll add it. I mean, I get. Oh,
I want to say yes. That
Joshua Williamson Iron Man. Yeah. I mean, if Joshua Williamson can't make Iron Man I would say a ongoing series that can actually make Marvel some good money.
He's a good writer. I think he's a really good modern writer. I'm not going to lie.
Joshua Williamson, Yeah, I hope, because they put him on the title because they're thinking, okay, Joshua Williamson, his name is going to sell books. It's just that
I'm hoping so.
How long can Iron Man be a perennially top-selling book? You probably got to only do it the way they're doing it right now. You have to have a Joshua Williamson as a name on the book to sell it because Iron Man as a character, like the Jerry Duggan run, fell off the sales charts. The run with Spencer Ackerman fell off. And what's crazy is I read the reviews for those books. I have them single issues. I read the reviews for them. People didn't hate those runs. These weren't even like runs people actually disliked. They just stopped selling because, well, guys, that's what happens when you don't have like big names on characters like Iron Man. They kind of like after like a few issues, they just stopped buying, which is
Yeah.
crazy, but no, this is
I know
one
I'm
I'm
getting it just because Joshua Williamson's on it.
Damn it, dingus. God damn it.
Right beside that Iron Man book, though, was Skinbreaker, which is excellent. I highly recommend that.
Okay.
Written by Robert Kirkman, amazing art by David Finch. It's some of the best art that you're going to find in any of these comics, if not the best, right there.
I thought your favorite book last year was the Harley Quinn fart comic.
Ha. I remember seeing that, and I was like, "Why is this a thing?"
I was
everyone
disgusted.
thought.
I was so disgusted. I was like, I'm not buying that because that is gross.
Supergirl next. Oh,
are they doing
next date?
DC Supergirl's next. What is this?
I don't
She's
know.
a small town girl and oh my god, really? That's the fucking tagline? What the hell? That's so gay. Like I don't know if I should be excited for this, like or like this. I mean, oh, it's gonna be like a Valentine's Day special. Supergirl next. I mean, it's kind of cute. It's a little cute. I'll put it there. It's a little adorable cover. Aren't you the TMNT guy? Do you like this series that they're doing?
I've only read the first like one or two. I liked them. I don't keep up with
okay.
them, I do like Turtles though, but I haven't kept up with modern Turtles.
Okay. What else is coming out this week? Oh, I'm getting yes, finally. So if you guys remember how they did like Superman, his DC's Finest first superhero book, this is the same thing for Batman. It's so weird how this wasn't the starting point for Batman, but doesn't matter. We're finally getting a reprint of Detective Comics issue 27, where Batman makes his first appearance. So that is in this one. So there you go.
I'm excited for that. I'll probably
that's a buy for me. You can add that into the list. Wallet is gonna be hurting. So what else is here? I think it's the only big thing. No one. Marvel, no one's buying that. Giant size X. This is such bullshit. This is literally biggest bullshit. Go.
We're literally just complaining about. Yeah.
Fuck me. Epic Collection, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's pretty much it. Is that Batman Adventures Mad Love Deluxe Edition? Yeah, because I think this is this. But if you already bought the DC's Finest Harley Quinn Mad Love book, I'm pretty sure you already own a lot of this stuff right now currently.
Maybe I haven't looked
because I'm specifically. I'll put this one on the maybe. I don't want to double dip that hard. But maybe I will. Who knows? I probably will. I'm lying. Power Company hardcover. Because that's pretty much it for the month of January. January, you got some banger stuff coming out.
Indeed.
A lot of bangers. And no, I'm not banging my wife, guys. It's not happening. All right.
Confirmed. Everyone heard it.
I miss when Marvel superheroines had boobs. It's like Thanos snapped all of them away. Right? I will say the biggest issue with the Hush story overall is like it's in these chapters and like it's definitely a slow burn, but I do personally feel like it gets way better as it builds up. I feel like once you get past like the slow burningness of it, it's very good. It's a really good story.
I think it's one of those that I could understand frustration if you read it monthly back then, but I think as a trade, binging that slow burn really works. But I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I love that story.
Yeah, we're gonna go over here in just a moment. Oh my god, we're gonna start reviewing right now. Oh my god, we have to review stuff and talk. God damn it.
Oh my gosh.
Comic book reviews are for nerds who don't shower, as you guys know. Emaru defends herself after saying she doesn't shower. What a stinky bitch. What the hell? Why would anyone admit they don't take showers?
Put it there first.
Why are there people that just admit the most weirdest things? Hey, I don't brush my teeth. Like, what? Are you an animal? What the hell?
Aren't humans just animals?
You know. Okay, all right. Okay.
Falcon kick.
I had to just give Dingus a good old Falcon kick there. Like he's. God, I hate life. All right, guys.
Gun punch.
Time to have a lot of fun. Oh God. And keep in mind, guys, no one's ever gotten a Falcon punch off me. They have. Because I was really running it down some as I was playing Smash Bros. All right. Give me one moment here. Let me answer this message. Fucking hell. What's this girl talking to me? Leave me alone.
Are you sure it's a girl?
I think so. It might be one of those new age women, those ones with dicks. Like, no, guys, that's not a woman. Just pointing it out there. Those aren't new age women. Just pointing it out there. Those are dudes. So let's have some fun. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you've not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a comic book review on DC X Sonic the Hedgehog issue 2. So if you guys have not had a chance to check out our DCX Sonic the Hedgehog issue 1 comic book review, I highly recommend you guys go and check out our DCX Sonic the Hedgehog issue 1 comic book review. That way you guys can understand how we feel about that issue compared to this one. And this is a 5-issue mini series event. And for me, it's literally like if I go into a restaurant with my wife after we've already had sex in the movie theater, and she's like, honey, you can get whatever you want. And I'm sitting there going like, what do you mean? I'm the man. I decide whatever I want. I run the relationship. So I told the waiter, come over here. Give me a nice, good, well-done steak. Well-done steaks are the best. Medium rare. Disgusting. Give me some nice mashed potatoes and gravy. Load it up. Load the whole thing up. Give me some fried chicken because, you know, black fried chicken. Give me some of that. Okay. Then after I'm eating all that, then I get my ice cream. I love my shakes. You know, they can be in the cup. They can be like how some restaurants do it where you can use the spoon or whatever. Doesn't matter. Get me the nice whole buffet after this. So if you guys have the trade paperback that already is available for this series, you can, you know, go and buy that. Or if you want to just buy them single issues, I don't think... So for me personally, when it comes to like reading single issues versus reading like collected editions, I think it differentiates itself for two reasons. One, there's stories where if you read them as single issues, the pacing might be very bad because you're only getting them like once a month or maybe like you know, twice a month to a certain extent, because like
sometimes are bi-monthly and it kind of
sometimes are bi-monthly. Yeah. So sometimes I like reading stories as collected editions because the pacing feels a lot better. It feels like it just flows way naturally of a story. But like I told you guys before, when it comes to like comic books, it's like one of those things where you can be in the know right now when it's dropping. And it's like a new TV series dropping. You can either watch the episodes right now, or you can wait until they're all available in some sort of like season 1 box set. You could just binge it all at once. So it just depends on, do you want to be reading it currently or you want to wait to binge it? Now, for a story like this is probably something you'd go like, yeah, I would probably, you know, read this, you know, month to month. It sounds like a series I would definitely do that for. Or if people just don't have enough time, maybe binging works up to your schedule, actually. But, you know, that's always something for like a lot of these books anyways, teetering between the two, you know? So.
Right. I like that analogy.
Oh, good Lord. I'm a genius. That's where it starts here. One of the few critiques I have of this book, oh my God, they should do it like Superman Unlimited. I feel like Superman Unlimited is their best formatted book, where it's literally cardstock cover and the ads are all the way in the back and they don't break your reading immersion. Because I don't mind the first ads. That's always going to happen. But then there's just this I'm reading, I'm liking what I'm getting. All right. Oh, cool. Don't you guys like the new Flash run by fuck knows whoever? I don't even know who writes that. I was like, oh, apparently there's the Flash run. That's awesome. Oh, the We Are Yesterday double page spread. Awesome. Hey, are you guys reading Batman? No one's reading this Batman Hush book. No one's reading this. They hate it. Jim Lee, do you read the comments on the Comics Geeks? They hate this run. So no one's reading that. But outside of those gripes, we do pick up from where the last issue left off with. So essentially, to lay out the groundwork for people that didn't get a chance to watch the issue 1 of the DC X Sonic the Hedgehog comic review that we did, Darkseid has now come to Sonic's Earth to retrieve the Chaos Emeralds. He has a plan of actually utilizing the Chaos Emeralds to essentially power up this machine he has in his fortress, which would allow him to essentially, you know, conquer all the worlds in the multiverse, right? So the Justice League ended up coming over to Sonic's world to stop Darkseid, obviously. They all met each other. It was all kumbayas, you know. But now we get down to the nitty-gritty. Now we get down to the meat and potatoes of this. So Sonic and Flash were tasked with finding Darkseid. They did. And that's where we pick up off where we left off from the last issue, and the art and the coloring and all that stuff is so damn good. It's crazy because I was told that quality comic books take 5 years, guys. I was told it's quality. You can't get things out on time. I was told these things by fat, overweight losers who don't have sex with their wives. I was told these things. But at last, quality waits for no man. So Sonic and Flash confront Darkseid where he's holding the Chaos Emerald. And then Sonic is like, that's Darkseid? He's like, yeah, he is more powerful villain than you've ever faced. And Sonic's like, cool, I like a challenge. After that, they attack Darkseid to try and get the Chaos Emerald right there. And then Darkseid uses his Omega Beams, and then they outrun the Omega Beams, and they realize the Omega Beams can track you. So they have a strategy to make them clash with each other, to implode them. And then after that, Darkseid ends up leaving. And then the rest of the Justice League are phoned in from Flash on their communication, on their earpieces that they all have where they can talk to each other. And Flash says Darkseid has one of the Chaos Emeralds and he's left, but he always throws that jab in at Sonic. Sonic wasn't fast enough to stop him, because that's true. Just, all right, we kind of both failed, but it's kind of like your fault more, you know? So after that, everyone who was with their paired partner, you know, here's what happens after Flash tells them. Then Darkseid comes back to his fortress and talks to Desaad. And Desaad has a back and forth with Darkseid where, you know, Desaad says, 1,000 apologies, Lord Darkseid. The search for the Chaos Emeralds is ongoing. And Darkseid says, you directed me to one. What is the delay with the others? He says, it's the nature of their power. It's chaotic, unruly. It's almost as if they're actively trying to hide from Fatherbox. And Darkseid says, send my elite warriors to scour the globe, leave no stone unturned, no structure standing, burn this world to its foundations, and sift through the ashes. I was joking there. I shall apply this to the dimensional engine and see if it is truly worth the effort. So the dimensional engine is what he's trying to power to make his plan work. So I don't know if this is the Omega level Darkseid from the DC universe. I think this is a much more scaled down version of Darkseid that I'm like your used to.
Your generic sort of Darkseid. You know, they go with the vibe that it's just the generic versions of all the characters.
Yep. And Cyborg, you know, lets the Cyborg, who's with Tails, lets the Justice League know that, you know, there's a lot of apocalypses of forces jumping into their points to fight with them. And I think that's my only real critique. It's like Darkseid is having all of his whoever he's bringing forces attack the Justice League and Sonic's group differently from a bunch of these different parts in the story. And we don't really get a chance to see them all going at each other. It's mostly like they kind of skip over so fast, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot that happens in this middle section, and it's just kind of like you kind of get one panel for what could have been a really cool moment. And I get having to cut it down to however many pages long this is. I have a very similar critique for something in a moment.
So my thing when I was reading, I was like, okay, this is fine. This is good. But the problem is, if Darkseid is sending out, I was assuming what is that group he has with Granny Goodness? The oh my god, I'm blanking on his name.
Oh,
it's the group he has. They're called like the Female Fatalities or something like that. Where he has these group of women that usually fight for him, usually involving Granny Goodness and that other lady Berta or some shit. That then they're led by like Steppenwolf. Good lord, my brain is all the way fried with knowing Darkseid's fucking minions. But I thought I was going to be getting like what we got with the Batman and Shadow Steppenwolf fight. I thought we were going to get something similar like that with like Superman and Knuckles and Hal and Silver.
They're just called Darkseid's Elite.
Yeah. Oh my god. Did I say Female Fatality? Oh my god, I'm gonna get roasted. Woo! That's what I thought we were gonna get. And I do agree with you. It's like the problem here is like, if you set that up, I'm thinking they're all going to have these different battles with each other for a little bit. But no, it just kind of got glanced over. The only one that got any attention was Batman and Shadow's fight with Steppenwolf. And that was fast, too.
And keep in mind, that's what comic Steppenwolf looks like, unlike what people think of with,
whatever
last
disgusting
on-screen
Zack
version
Snyder
of
version he was supposed to look like. That Joss Whedon version, and like my Steppenwolf got to look like that. I think what's crazy with Steppenwolf is the only thing that people really know him for is when he stabbed Wonder Woman in that like comic book event that happened like many years ago, where he just stabbed her straight through the fucking gut.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of
holy shit.
those elite people are always just kind of there, They're always there to elevate Darkseid. They never stand up on their own.
Yeah, I always thought they treated Steppenwolf poorly in most of those stories. Like, he should be way more powerful than he's showing, but that's how power scaling works with some of this stuff. So after that, Batman says, we have a plan of action, but what's our contingency? Darkseid already has mythic arcane power and can gain more. We may not be able to counter that. Superman says the usual generic stuff of like, we'll find the other emeralds and retrieve the one he stole. We won't fail this world. Wonder Woman says, Batman's right. We need to plan for the worst, even while hoping for the best. What are our options if things get dire? And then after that, we get to a point where Darkseid's forces attack them all individually. And like we just critiqued before, there's really not much there. The only fight that really gets any level of like panel screen time is when Steppenwolf faces off against Batman and Shadow, and Batman throws one of those smoke bombs to him. It blows up, and Shadow goes up to him and uses chaos control. If you guys know what chaos control is, chaos control does stop time. It allows Shadow for a small amount of time to do whatever he wants, which is like on some Diddy shit. And Shadow is black, so the jokes are all there, And then Steppenwolf says, a pathetic attempt to blind the mortal. And then Shadow says, not blind, distract, chaos control. And then Batman says, it's impressive you moved faster than I could perceive. Well, Batman, what's so weird is like you've seen Superman fight. But keep in mind, guys, Batman still at the end of the day is a human. Like if Superman was moving as fast as he could, Batman couldn't track his movements. Like so just want to point out, guys, Batman's still a human at the end of the day. Like, Wonder Woman quite literally could straight up flick his head off if she really wanted to. But, bullshit reasons are always in comic books, though. Shadow says, there's no way you could have. I used chaos control to stop time. Which is crazy, because that was like, all right, I guess. He stopped time, and Batman could somehow see him stop time. And what the fuck? Batman can see someone stop time and see them moving in stop time motion? That's crazy. What? I wish I was as powerful of a human. Holy shit. He also says that might be the key to undermining Darkseid. Of course, I am the ultimate, the ultimate life form. And then, this ripple effect starts happening down the middle of the earth, it looks like right here.
Right.
So then Darkseid begins enacting what he wants to do for his plan of, he says, fascinating, its legendary power is legitimate, the very essence of space and time is beginning to warp. Just this one, I could mutilate this world with all seven universes. So if he had all the Chaos Emeralds, he could just pretty much wipe out a lot of the universes that he wants. And come on, guys, how powerful these Chaos Emeralds are. He's able to get this much done with just one of them. Imagine like this unlimited power they have. It's like people always says, what's more strong, Chaos Emeralds or fucking Infinity Stones? Let's just put it this way: multi-universal objects. I think arguing the intricacies of them doesn't really matter. You have one, you're God. That's kind of how it works. You're like God. So it's just I just found that crazy that Batman said he saw Shadow move, like he was impressed that Shadow could move even faster than he thought, but Shadow stopped time with chaos control. Okay, all right, just fuck me in the ass. So
faster
after that,
good
lord. So Batman says to the League, we're officially out of time. We need to shift focus to Darkseid now. Superman says, I agree, but we'll need a way for all of us to reach the Ragnarok. Tails, do you have anything? He says, sorry, no, I don't think my fleet of planes can handle that kind of approach. Hold that thought, gang. And then Sonic and Flash end up calling in some unexpected help.
This whole sequence that we just went over, it went by like way too quick. When I reread this today, I had to do a double take of all the Darkseid's elite attacking. Then there's all this blue stuff that appears that you kind of don't know what it means or anything.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, all right, let's attack Darkseid now. It's like, wait, what? How did you get from point A to B here? I don't know. I was just like, I felt like
the pacing,
there
like
should have
the
been
pacing was a
another
little bit
page or
too fast.
something.
Yeah, because I was already bullshitted out from what Batman just said. He said the most absolute level of bullshit I've ever read. I was like, bro's on. He's literally Goku at this point. Dude just might go. He might as well just go Super Saiyan. If he went Super Saiyan one day, I wouldn't even blink an eye. But no, you're right. I think the whole middle part, because I think the end of this issue plays out a lot better than the middle part, because the middle part just goes way too fast. Like the first book, the pacing was really good. The pacing was
really
very thought out. But the pacing here was like, okay, you get the minions, Darkseid's minions fighting them. That's all kind of glanced over except for one.
Yeah.
And then it gets to a point where, well, Darkseid's having this plan go and act, but then you don't really ever see them kind of contact Eggman. But I guess it's supposed to be one of those like out ass pulls that they're pulling, you know? So
it's definitely a case where I think the beginning was good, the end was good, and they just needed a bridge between it.
Yeah.
And they threw in all this stuff in the bridge where maybe you only needed half of the things to happen and it would have worked fine.
So after that, Sonic says we might have a volunteer for a ride share, which is weird because Sonic and Cyborg are supposed to be making stuff so that they could handle what Darkseid is going to throw at them. So I don't know what they're doing with each other. Like maybe Tails is sitting on his ass doing nothing, which is
he was
that little bastard.
Well, he was just, they were trying to find a way to track the Chaos Emeralds specifically.
And then Sonic and oh my God, my brain is just, Batman's lines of dialogue blew my brains out. So Flash and Sonic meet Eggman. So Eggman finally appears. And
I did like this. This
was kind of cool.
Yeah. I was literally thinking earlier when I was reading this, I was like, doesn't Eggman appear like somewhere in the series? It'd be cool to see him in this. And then literally appeared a few pages after I thought that.
Because Flash says, I'm going to take a wild guess and say this is your nemesis. He's bald too. Superman has one of those back at home. Oh my God. I hear just Flash and Sonic's dialogue are just some of the best in the whole between these first two issues. So then they do finally get a chance to enter Darkseid's ship actually with this, because they have Eggman. So they get on Eggman's ship he got for them. They get on that, which they don't show, but they're there because they do end up crashing. Yeah, because they're in it, and they end up crashing into Darkseid's ship.
Right there.
Yeah. So then they start taking out some of the parademons in there. And then after that, in that, Wonder Woman's like, if Eggman does anything, I'll take care of him. Well, yeah, that wouldn't be a contest. She would straight up literally beat the shit out of him. So Flash says, found the Emerald and Darkseid faster than Sonic could. Straight up W, as it should. I should add coverage on my location. Then Sonic gets there. He just says, you just got lucky. I went the other way. Oh my God. Darkseid says, man. I will give your world credit for one thing. You have tenacity. So then Darkseid uses his Omega beams on Sonic and Flash, and then Superman blocks them. And you can see how powerful just a base version of Darkseid is. He was actually like in pain from getting hit by those things.
Yeah.
Those Omega beams are not like weak things. I don't know what media you guys are watching. Those are powerful attacks. There's a reason why they're avoiding them. Like if Batman just took that to his body, he should be disintegrated. But you know, Batman's a Super Saiyan, so it doesn't matter anymore. He can apparently see people stop time. So Superman says, you both need to pick up the pace. They're like, all right. Batman says, neutralize that device, keep Darkseid occupied, and retrieve the Emerald. Then there's this really cool little panel right here of them all trying to going up to attack him. That was really cool. Superman uses his fist right there to clash with Darkseid, and then all of them end up restraining him. Very similar to what like Star-Lord and Iron Man and Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and some of the Guardians did in Infinity War, where they all strapped him down.
Oh, yeah.
And then Shadow says, you've struggled with this, pathetic. And Batman said, don't underestimate him. Go. He uses Chaos Control. And then Darkseid, who's just a base version like this, before Shadow can even cast his Chaos Control, he Omega beams him. Just
That's insane.
That's crazy. And then Darkseid says, Father Box discovered much about your world, about chaos control. That promise of power and control drew me here. Shadow says that's impossible. To most mortals, assuredly, but not to you, for you are the ultimate life form, and not to me, for Darkseid is. So that was a really cool moment right there. Because like the first part was really good of the book, middle part was a little wonky, but this third part really got things back picking up.
Absolutely.
Where they were actually battling him. So Sonic tries attacking him multiple times. Flash is like, emeralds are your thing. I can use the Speed Force to disrupt the dimensional weights it. And then Darkseid, who's just, you guys have to know how fast Sonic is moving. Darkseid just catches his damn leg. Just all right. Because Sonic is trying to grab the emerald out of his hands, but Darkseid sees him and just catches him. Utterly insane. So the rest of them all try to pry the emerald out of his hand, very much like back in Infinity War when they try to get the gauntlet off Thanos' hand.
Right.
And then after that, Flash goes up to that machine that Darkseid wants to complete with the emeralds, and Silver and John Stewart's Green Lantern blocks it. And then Flash is saying, any insight into what I'm looking for? It's like I'm grasping at smoke. Cyborg then says the dimensional energies are way out of sync. Darkseid was being sloppy, crossing over. The Chaos Emerald fueled engine isn't playing by any rules. And Darkseid he's like, yeah, he's had enough of this, actually. And then Flash ends up slipping, and then Cyborg ends up grabbing him. Then the machine ends up yelling out this roar where it starts going fucking insane at the bottom panel, like right there. Mm-hmm. And then after that, Cyborg says, I'm reading spikes and chronons, gravitons, and tachyons. We're looking at a total quantum collapse that is meant the dimensional engine is destabilizing. Time and space aren't going to mean anything in a minute. So like this thing's gonna potentially wipe out this whole Earth. That's what he's saying. Yeah. And Darkseid's like, I will bend it back to my will. Man's insane. Dude's insane. Just utterly fucking insane. So Superman gets him in like a chokehold and says, no, don't let him regain control. Wonder Woman says, we have to hold the line here. Batman says, Lantern, the assets, Cyborg, the boom tube. So they have John get them all in like a little small Green Lantern force field. And then Batman says, putting our faith in you. Cyborg does something. And then the Sonic characters are transported out of their world into the DC's world, actually. And they pop up in front of Mr. Fantastic out of that.
Mr. Fantastic? Hold on, try that again.
Mr. Terrific.
There you go.
Oh, you're saying he's not fantastic because he's black? Dingus from what's got you there. Good Lord. So somehow they have the Sonic crew pass through to their world,
the boom
based on what Cyborg did, and then they end up probably most likely from the part that they left to go to Sonic's world.
Yes.
Out of this time, what would you call it? Like kind of like the Bifrost in the
boom tube. They referenced earlier in the issue, fairly early on, that it does link back to the Watchtower, which is where they end up at.
They send the Sonic characters through the boom tube, and they end up next to Mr. Terrific, and he goes, "Wait, who are you?" Sonic. It's like a Sonic Cyborg sends his regards. And then Mr. Terrific says, then you're from that world Darkseid was attacking. The League sent you through. And then Tails says, reality was collapsing. They sent us through to protect us. And then Amy says, we have to reopen the boom tube and help them. He says, I can't. There's no dimensional coordinates to target. Your world is gone. Darkseid and the Justice League and everything else gone. And that's how the issue ends. It ended really good. That was very, very good ending. Yeah,
I think it for the most part made up for that middle that we were talking about.
Yeah. And then the ending is just Watchtower, low orbit, Justice League's Earth. Oh my God! So yeah, that final ending where they were battling him all together, attacking it in unison, that was amazing. But good Lord, did I really need a We Are Yesterday double page spread in the middle of that? Just can I get more book? Look at this. I like this image. I do, but did I need to have this there? Did I need it? Oh, thank you for advertising the new Flash run that no one gives a flying fuck about not reading. Oh, that's great. Good job.
Listen, I'll never say no to a free Dan Mora cover spread, is all I'll say.
That's true. But But yeah, do you have any final thoughts and opinions on this issue you would like to say?
Not quite as good as the first issue, but it's still a good follow up. That's what I was looking for. Follow up to it. Despite the middle weakness that we already talked about, it was good. It set up, I think, what makes for a cool third issue, which I'm excited to get into next time. But yeah, no, it was a good issue to not without its flaws, but it did its job of having to link one event to another event.
Yeah, I think the best part about the issue was when you're building that tension in the third part of it, and then you end off with a cliffhanger like that. That's how you end off with a cliffhanger. Like, you give that suspense that everything is gone. The first part, solid, but it's a middle part where I would have loved to seen how like the other Justice League and Sonic crew members deal with their adversary. How would they like use their attacks and coordinates and all that stuff? And then it was just really, really paced too fast. Like, this is the example of like a book that's paced way too fast. You got to let some stuff breathe. You know?
Yeah, when I reread it today, I just lost track of exactly what was going on there. I did a double take on it. I'm like, even when I'm paying more attention, because sometimes I just can read too fast. I was just like, I there's just something missing there.
Yeah. Well, as you guys know, DC X on the Hedgehog issue 2 was, I would say, solid overall, minus that middle part. The ending really stuck the landing there. Can't wait to, review and, go over many more comic books. That's because I am a nerd and I'm not someone that doesn't shower. No, all jokes aside, I can't wait to, read and review DC X on the Hedgehog issue 3. So thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you've not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, and we're going to be signing out, guys. See you guys later. Goodbye. Peace. Wow. All right. We're going to end up wrapping it up here, guys, for the show. Do you have anything coming up that you would like to let the audience know about, dude?
Yeah, today I just dropped my video covering the original 4-issue Magic miniseries that came out, written by Chris Claremont. And so, speaking of all that Chris Claremont X-Men stuff, that was a cool review. Saturday night before the Cape returns, where we were covering episodes 19 and 20 of Smallville season 1. It's our second to last episode before we reach the finale. And we have plans for the finale episode of season 1, which will be fun. But specifically, that's what's coming up this weekend, is our second to last episode covering season 1. Almost done with the first season. Then only 9 more to go. And then next week, sometime within early next week, I will be dropping a comic review that me and Warren are about to record over Cobra Commander, the Energon Universe miniseries.
Oh, that was also written by Joshua Williamson.
Speaking of Joshua Williamson, yeah,
he also wrote the Duke one too.
Yes, we did review Duke that came out about a few weeks ago. So we're continuing our journey through the main Energon Universe stuff.
Oh God, man, good Lord, that guy, because he's also doing the collaboration series that they ended up doing after the miniseries. He's doing the main G.I. Joe book for.
He's working on G.I. Joe, and then not to even mention his stuff at DC, where he's a big part of the DC KO event.
As he's also writing the Superman ongoing book 2 still.
The ongoing Superman, yeah. He's a busy guy, just like Mark Waid. It's like, how the hell do they?
I don't understand.
So much,
what's crazy is I understand why they put him off the Batman and Robin book. Because they gave it to Philip Kennedy Johnson. But I was like, Josh Williamson's doing a lot of other books. There's no way someone's creative juices can be flowing to all those many titles. There's no way.
It's
not
insane.
a thing. Yeah. But yeah, I want to find my G.I. Joe Duke book, because I bought it several times, but I can't find that motherfucker. I have the Cobra one. I have the first trade for the G.I. Joe, event, like the G.I. Joe new ongoing series from Image and Sky. I had both of those. I haven't found my Void Rival books. I just, for the life of me, can't find that fucking Duke book. I'm not buying it a third time. There's no way I will buy it a third time just so I can get it. So I can essentially get it and know when I'm going to get it and then grab it. No way I'm doing it. Who knows? Maybe I will. Outsource it to Fiverr? No, there's Indians on there. They stink.
Wow.
All right, so let's see how it all ends up panning out. So I think I have another episode of the MSK show to do later on today with Cancel This Podcast. No, it's not going to happen to this show. That's actually the guy's name for his show. It's called Cancel This Podcast. And then I might stream League later on tonight if I have enough free time. So, yeah, just want to say thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK show, and we will see you guys